Hi all, welcome to our vision board community. Today I'm introducing our new connection, actually Vignesh. Why I'm inviting Vignesh to this podcast means Vignesh have an idea. You will get how to get a job in the UK. Normally we are taken the podcast from Indians itself, and I think two more we done in the US and Canada also. But today I just want to tell about UK because people are moving into UK. They are really struggle to get a job in UK. The main reason, there are a lot of job openings are there, but if you get some mentorship from people who already cracked the job, that will be really good. In our community itself, there are a lot of people who are connecting from the UK itself. That is the main reason I think like that invite to Vignesh to share his success stories to vision board. Vignesh.
Hi Devi, how are you?
Hi.
Um,
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
yeah, I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Really,
Thanks
really
for
happy to, really happy. Yeah.
yeah. So first of all, thanks for connecting with me and doing this podcast. Yeah. Uh, I think you are doing a good job in data engineering part. I think you're
Thank
helping more people. Yeah. So keep doing it.
you.
I know
Yeah,
it's hard.
definitely.
Yeah, it's
It's
hard
hard.
to work and it's hard to teach people, but yeah, you're doing that. Super.
Actually, Vignesh is always supporting me in the like a LinkedIn. Everywhere he's also supporting me. These kind of people are really support me to creating more videos and teaching people. So Vignesh, today I need your like a roadmap to guide people how to get a job in like in UK. And you need to introduce yourself and your success stories.
Yeah, so yeah, my name is Vignesh Nandan Krishnamurthy. So I worked as a data engineer in Cognizant, and I work, yeah, Cognizant. So I came for my master's here. Currently, like for data science and analytics from Cardiff Uni, and after that, it's been hard. Like first of all, doing masters in UK is not easy. We need to adapt with the weather. We need to connect build connection with peoples. We need to know how it works here, the process, everything. And after that, getting job is the next level. Like we need to balance both the financial and the academics part.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so balancing that, it will get nearly 1 year to know how the process is working here.
Okay.
And the next one is getting job.
Mm.
So currently, I'm working as a data tech manager in a MNC company, and it yeah, it's like I started applying for data engineers in all the platforms like LinkedIn, Indeed, everywhere. So here, the main problem is people are expecting not only the data engineer knowledge, they are expecting end to end. Like they need a data engineer, they need a each data engineer, like each roles and responsibilities for data engineer should have knowledge in DevOps as well as the data governance as well as the data engineering part as well. So along with that, we should have knowledge in cloud, any cloud.
Mm.
So when I was applying for data engineer jobs initially, I thought like Spark is the main tool and to for the ETL process. Like if we know Spark, then we can easily get a job. But it's not like that. Apart
Okay.
from Spark, we have other technologies for doing the process, and
Mm.
also like other cloud services as well. Like we can't rely on one cloud services. If you have experience in multiple cloud services, then it'll be easy. AWS is booming. Like it's like old, but still it's they have more what's that openings here. And
Okay.
Snowflakes is booming now.
Mm.
So and Azure, yeah, always like Azure rocks here. So we have three like like that. We have other cloud services as well. So yeah, if you are applying for jobs here, then you should have end-to-end knowledge, like how the data has been collected, how the data is processing, and what are the privacy and secured process to process the data, and again like the ETL knowledge,
Okay.
and also like the DevOps knowledge.
Mm-hmm. And which Vignesh actually, if someone is coming from in our India to UK, right? So which technology, or Azure, AWS, or GCP, which one you suggesting to learn them?
So it depends on the company. So not all the companies are. So if you ask me in one interview, they told me that I had a AWS experience, but due to this carbon emission, uh, they are. I don't want to mention about the company, but it's like so they told me that Azure and GCP is the only cloud service they are preferring, and some companies they prefer only GCP. Some companies they prefer only Snowflakes with along with other cloud services, and most of the companies they have Azure. So it depends which cloud is having more it's booming, which cloud is demand here. So based on that, they could suggest like for me, if you ask me, AWS is having more openings here. GCP is also having more openings.
Okay.
Azure, they are paying good, but companies is literally migrating. Now only they are migrating their on-premises to cloud. So
Okay.
for Azure, it's booming, but probably in 1 or 2 years it will be high. So the pay
Mm.
will be also good for Azure.
Mm. Okay.
So yeah,
That is a one thing, right? And
yeah.
one more thing, if people are taken from masters, because you already working in Cognizant in India, then we are moving into like an UK as doing your master, right? So how difficult? Because people are asking me this question: how difficult to get a job? Because you already have a job, then you are losing your job, then moving to migrate, right? So that is the one thing. So how difficult is like that to searching and getting a job?
So for 1 year, so like if a person is coming from India to UK,
Mm.
either he's graduated or like he's a graduate um, um, people or or experienced one.
Mm.
So first they need to focus on their academics. Like more people, what they will do is they will first focus on the part times and full times.
Ah,
They
yes.
will they won't concentrate on academics.
Hmm.
They will just do all the other jobs which is not relevant to the field,
Hmm.
and later after completing the masters, like I know some people like they only focused on part-time jobs, and
Project jobs.
they lost their academics.
Hmm.
So first thing is like focus on the academics.
Hmm.
Just have it in mind what we came for. So the
Hmm.
second one is once you start doing your academics, just build your resume.
Okay.
And So here they won't teach you they won't have any academic modules which is
Hmm.
related to the field, which is related to the company's stuffs. They will teach only on the research basis.
Okay.
um, so just focus on your jobs,
Hmm.
what are the roles and responsibilities they are looking for. So if you do that for 1 year, then
Okay.
for while completing your dissertation, like the final module, you'll get some knowledge how to crack the interviews.
Okay.
So basically here they won't ask you any technical questions. They will ask only based on the scenario questions. It will be pure scenario based questions, and they will see how we are cracking it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Oh.
uh, when you are applying for jobs, right, like when you are doing the research,
Hmm.
parallelly do research on scenario based questions. It's not only it's not a technical scenario. Some companies they will expect only how you are tackling, and they'll see whether the person is toxic or not toxic. Even
Hmm.
if the person is not having any skill which is related to roles and responsibilities, they will check if the person is toxic or not, because like they
Oh.
can train anyone for.
Like a behavior kind of thing,
Yeah,
right?
everything. Yeah,
Okay.
so they can train a person in any technology.
Hmm.
So for that he should be eager to learn, and he should just portray that we can learn anything, and we are quick learner,
Hmm.
and we should work as a team. So I think these are the major things they'll be expecting,
They will
not
be
only in
expecting.
UK, in other countries as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so
And
that is important.
that is important. Okay, okay. And one more thing, if you are there is different seasons are there, right? For example, September intake, October, like in
Yeah,
January intake,
Jan
different
intake. Yeah.
Jan intake, then one more May or something like that, right? In between
Main tech
three.
is there. So it depends on the uni. So for example,
Uh,
if you take tier one uni, like tier one, tier two unis, like they have only September intake
okay.
for specific courses. So, like
Mm,
unis will be having September and Jan intake.
mm.
So the difference between September and Jan is like for Jan intake there will be 4 month 3 to 4 months holidays will be there. So
Oh,
yeah, so it will be like 18 months course. Like usually for September intake it will be 12 months. For Jan intake it will be 18 months. So
oh,
I would suggest like September intake is the best option. So where
best.
you can, yeah,
Uh,
where you can complete your masters and you can try to get a job as soon as
mm,
possible. So Jan
mm,
intake, it will drag some time. For
mm,
4 months, like what people will do is people will start working for full time and they will try to earn money.
mm.
So I won't recommend for Jan
That
intake.
also, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Because why I'm asking this question means people are, maybe some people need some urgent job vacancies, because
yeah,
if best intake we are choosing only, we can able to, because in the Indian, for example, in the January means February, March, April, this is the like a more opportunities are the
yeah.
Indian IT market. Same thing in the July, August, September, these are the timing. So how you feel like that, these kind of any scenarios you notice in the UK market also? And the bike like
For
job. I'm just asking job wise.
job wise, like if you see in every country, like November and December will be the freeze period, so they won't
Mm,
hire much. And from Jan to Jan, again the market will be boom. It will
mm,
get boom. And from April to September, that's a good time, I would say. You
mm.
can get more opportunities here. And
Okay.
people who are applying from India, they can apply through Indeed,
Mm.
LinkedIn. If they have the relevant experience, I think some companies they will give sponsorship.
Okay. Wow,
So
that's really good.
yeah, so they can apply from India. They can some companies, if they feel like the candidate is having
Mm,
relevant skills,
mm.
then they will give sponsorship and they will hire from India.
Okay, how we
Uh,
know the sponsorship, Vignesh, actually, if they mentioned, or after the interview only they will be providing the sponsorship?
no, while applying, there will be a questions like whether the candidate is needs a sponsorship, or they will ask the questions like where the candidate is from. So from
Okay.
that it will automatically filter. So if and also like if you are applying for companies, you can check the UK sites, UK government
Mm,
sites. So
mm,
there will be a list of companies which can give sponsorship. From
mm.
there we can selectively apply for instead of applying all companies, like we can apply only the sponsored companies and we can give a try. So
Okay.
that will be the smart move, if I would say.
Mm, mm. Okay.
Yeah,
And one more question. In India, for example, above 20 LPA, like above 20 LPA, we need to pay 30 percentage of the tax. So, for example, if whoever more than 5 years of experience, how much they can expect in the UK market? And even though there's a 40, we can hear about 40 percentage tax systems are there. Is it
yeah,
true, or
yeah, it's
uh,
true. it's
is true,
it's
right?
true. Like the only painful thing is paying
Mm.
tax. It's like about 12 LPA, like we need to pay around 20% tax, and
Exactly. In
above
India. Mm. 15.
above 50
Uh,
here, we need to pay 40% tax.
mm,
And
mm,
it depends, like it will gradually increase, but
mm,
if you calculate, it will be if you are earning 5,000 pounds per month,
mm.
then you'll be getting around 3,000 in your hand.
Okay.
So
Mm,
for room, if it is London, then you need to pay room rent for 1,000
mm,
pounds. And
mm,
if you have any loans or something, then it will, like the other 1,000 pounds will go for that. And
mm,
you'll be spending all your like you'll be having other expense, like paying your groceries, buying
oh,
things. So
mm, mm,
it'll be a little hard if you're a batch like if you're a family, then if two persons are working, it's fine. If it is
mm,
like a person is a bachelor, then I think he can manage. So
mm,
if
okay.
people can apply out of London, then it'll be easy for them.
it will be good, right? Because I
Yeah.
can also hear about this. Is also people are really asking question because openings are there, but they are fear about this 40 percentage of tax. Because if two of the family members are working there, if any one of our job, for example, 30 LPA, but the 40 percentage it will be moving out, right? Everything
No,
we need to pay.
for
So that will.
30%, I think it's 20% tax.
Oh,
Up to 50, you'll be like 20% tax. It's like
okay.
20 to 40. But after 50, it'll be like 40%.
Oh, 50 above 50
Above
LPA, it
50,
will
it's
be like
yeah,
40 percentage tax.
40% tax. Yeah.
Okay, 20 to 40, it will be like a 20 itself.
It's like no,
20.
it's not default 20. It's like it'll differ. It's like
Wow,
20 to
okay.
40. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So that is the one
So
because people are asking there are more salary we will get, but the same time the tax deduction everything is there. But
no,
I
at the
think
end, if
yeah,
sorry,
tell me. Yeah.
at the end, if you see the same amount will be equal to what you are getting in India. So
Mm,
if you get a good offer in India, and if
mm,
you're getting monthly 20 to 2 to 3 lakhs, then I will
mm,
think it will be the same amount in UK
mm.
and India. So yeah.
Mm, mm. Okay, okay. And one more thing, actually, in the country, they are providing more facility, right? It's like a more opportunities and like a, but people are very increased, right? These days, everyone is applying for UK and all UK. So I can see how it
Um,
is like.
yeah, actually, even I used to talk with more people who stayed here for 40 years or 30 years. So
Okay.
what they would say is like before 2014, before 2017 or 18, before COVID period, UK is
Uh,
totally different. So
mm,
after COVID breaks, like
mm,
the UK, like people from other countries, it's like they are more and more and
mm,
more.
mm.
So some people they will come only for money earning process.
Okay.
Like
Mm,
they
mm,
won't focus on academics.
mm,
They'll apply for visa. They'll come here. They'll work like anything, and after 2 years they'll go back. So
mm.
basically, how it works is like for 1 year they will give the academic visa.
Okay.
So if we graduated, then they will give 2 years of post study work visa.
Stay back or
Yeah,
something, right? Mm,
yeah, so for that we need to complete our masters.
mm.
I think PG diploma is also not working nowadays. Like
Oh,
we need to get the proper master's degree, and
mm,
after that, after 3 years, like in so after 3 years, if we have the sponsorship, we can stay here. Else, like
oh,
we need to go back to our country. So
mm.
that's how the visa process works here.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. That's really good actually. Sometimes it will be really good, but if we didn't get the sponsorship, it will be like a trouble, right? So that is the
yeah,
one
that's the only hard part here. If we
hard
don't get the
part.
sponsorship, yeah,
Mm,
but there are other ways people are getting sponsorship. Like, yeah,
mm,
there are other possible ways. Like, people who really wants to stay here. So what they are
mm.
doing is they're getting sponsorship from the restaurants or any other shops, and
Okay.
totally it's they are getting deviated from their
Mm,
career path. So
mm,
if the person is really passionate, or if the person is really wants to focus on their career, then I would suggest like it's a good place to work.
mm.
If only for money, then I would say like we can I don't recommend here. Yeah,
Okay. Because
because
the
the
tax, everything will be like a
yeah
savings is like a bit difference. It's like, okay, okay, got it.
first problem is tax, second problem is weather, third problem
Ah,
is missing families. So that is the hard part here. Yeah, because
okay,
like
okay.
weather is too, and fourth one is medical. So
Mm,
medical here is it's too hard. Like
mm,
if a person is he's sick, then he wants to wait for the GP appointment, and it will take 1 day or 2 days, might be
okay,
how
okay.
severe the person is infected. So based on that only they will get the appointment, and it's too hard. So
Mm,
yeah,
mm,
so there are difficulties as well as there is uh pros and cons. Like if
mm.
you ask me
Both.
about pros, then the work life is good here.
Okay.
And second one is like if you are staying in proper Midlands or north part of UK, then you
Mm,
can have a good culture. Like you can it'll be like a peaceful life. You don't
mm,
want to stress about anything. So
mm.
it's a good it's a good classy life.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pros. And again, the country is doing something for these people, like for the who's having PR, who's having the passport. So they are giving good what's that good source for the people. Yeah.
Okay.
So for international students, until we get the PR or the passport, then it'll be hard for us like to manage stuffs.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Okay, got it. Yeah, and one more thing, Vignesh, when coming to the Azure, like a not Azure, like a tech stack, what are the difficulties you faced when you attending the interviews? It's an interview. Do you get a proper interviews when scheduling is happening, and how it will be like that?
So, for example, not all the people will be worked in all the tech stacks. Like, if a person worked in AWS, like he might have used Glue and Talent, and like we used Databricks. And some
Okay.
companies, we used Glue and Databricks. Like,
Mm,
some companies, they might have used only Databricks for data ingestion and for data processing, and for storage, like we use any cloud services.
okay.
So it'll be difficult. Like for me, one company they asked, what is the data ingestion and data processing
Mm,
part, and so they told me that they are looking only for the person who's worked purely in Databricks, not in
okay.
any other services. So
Mm,
that time it was quite, because like I was expecting, it was my final round, and I was expecting offer from that company. So
mm,
so that was my drawback, where
mm.
I felt very bad on that. And
Okay.
so come to again, coming back to tech stack, like if it
Mm,
is Azure, people here, they'll be expecting the candidate should be updated, like
mm,
not only using Azure data, like set data flow. So
mm.
they should have knowledge about Azure functions as well. And
Oh.
yeah,
Mm,
so they should have knowledge on end to end. So as I
mm,
said before, like they won't expect everything, they will expect like how we will solve the problems and how we will do it. And
mm,
also they should expect like how we will tackle the situation.
mm.
So that is the only part they expect. If you apply
Okay.
for big four companies, they will expect end to end, like the architecture, the medallion architecture, what we used in our previous
Ah,
projects.
exactly.
And also like they will expect like we should have some idea about DevOps as well. So instead
Mm.
of paying for a DevOps engineer, they will expect the candidate to do the
Do all the
uh
things, right?
yeah,
Like an end-to-end kind of thing.
end to
The
end.
both
Yeah,
database and Power BI. Power BI also I can see some of the job
more
specification.
companies have
Ah,
a Power BI.
mm,
Yeah, so they have a Power BI they have a separate role called Power BI developer. And
exactly.
yeah, so if you know even in Power BI, you should know everything like DAX, using how to use the DAX calculation, and
Mm,
how you are integrating Power BI with other cloud services, like so they'll be expecting everything.
mm.
The main part is, first we need to portray the resume. So the Indian resume and the UK resume standard will be different. Same like UK and US resume template will be also different. So
Mm,
we should be if a person is having, so people what they're the graduate candidates, so
mm,
they will create a resume for more than 2 pages. So it's not
mm.
required. So
Not really.
for applying for jobs, if a person is
Mm.
having less than 2 years experience, one page resume is good enough.
Okay. Mm, mm, mm.
And who's having more than 2 years, they can have more than like 2 pages or 3 pages is fine. So
Mm.
3 pages is like for 8 years, more than 8 years, 8 to more than 8 years experience, like we can have 3 pages of resume.
3 pages. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that is the first mistake everyone will do. They will try to put all the tech stacks they know, and when the HR reads the resume, they will think like the person is lying, and they won't filter out. And the eight
Mm,
years here, it will automatically, like when we are applying the jobs.
mm,
So first thing is we should think how we are. If the resume is getting rejected,
mm,
don't get stressed. Just
mm.
look where. What's the reason, and try to change the resume in other ways. Look for the keywords, what are the keywords they have mentioned in roles and responsibilities, and after that apply for the resume. Like don't just do a trial and error method by applying for some companies, and if the resume is not good, then change that part. And if the
Okay.
resume is good, if the interview is not cracked, then we need to improve on the interview part, the second stage.
Mm.
And yeah, So
Okay, got it, Vignesh. And one more thing, people are asking this question. For example, who have the like a 1 year to 2 years of experience people, what is the salary range they can expect? For example, till 10 year or 15 plus years of people, what is the salary they can expect as compared to Indian market for Azure data engineer or any data engineering jobs?
again, it's depends on the companies. Some company they will for 1 or 2 years they will give 30 up to
Hmm.
30, but some companies they will give max 30 is the salary range. For
13
4 years
LPA,
they
right? 13
30
LPA.
30
30.
LP,
Okay,
yeah.
30, 30 LPA. Okay.
And more than 4 years they will
Hmm.
give from 40 to 60. And
Okay.
for like 7 or 8 years they will give from 50 to 1 crore.
Okay,
But
that is the salary range,
again,
right?
yeah, salary range, but again,
Mm.
like if you get 1 crore then the tax will be too high. So
40%
yeah,
tax again, right? Okay, okay, that is the one
so
biggest part.
yeah,
Yeah, I can understand. Okay, okay. So any one more the last question.
yeah.
Any advice or any motivation to give the people who have seen this video, right? You can give like a motivation, anything.
No, see, if you are applying from UK, then like if you didn't crack the interview, then don't worry. Like some companies will be there. Keep working hard. One day, like you'll get the job. People who
Okay.
are applying from India, connect with more people, learn more tech stacks. Like just get what is the demand here, and based on that, groom yourself, and after that apply for the jobs. For sure you'll
Okay.
get the jobs. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you so
Thanks.
much, Vignesh, for your
Thanks for the
time.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you, team. So, anyway, Vignesh has shared a lot of things for you. It will be really helpful. Whoever really want to be applying for UK, I will be definitely share the Vignesh LinkedIn profile also. If you need any kind of help, Vignesh also will help you. So that is also like a people who are migrating is really helping hand is always good. So it will be really thanks. Thanks again, Vignesh. Thank you so much.
No worries, Devi. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for that.
bye.
Bye.